Okay, I think this is the session that I find people, the audience, really get into it. So we'd like to see the same kind of participation as you've shown in previous years. Amanda will be at the back with at the technical booth. Her and JC will be writing out the words that are asked to be translated. Harriet and I will give it a try, or mostly Harriet, but we'd also like to call on not only the members of the Aitsi'poyiiksi committee that are in here, but also those of you who just wish to participate in this fun exercise. So one of the first terms that I was given that I didn't include in yesterday's was Moses Lake. Moses Lake. Or was it yesterday? But anyways, Moses Lake. Just think about it oh yeah, they've got it up there. So Moses Lake, anybody volunteer? I suspect that table will be very active in our discussions, which is a very good thing. Thank you. Moses Lake, they're going to translate.
Ni tsitsikinyakata pisko.
Ni tsitsikinyakata pisko.
Ni tsitsikinyakata pisko.
Ni tsitsiki. Did you guys get it at the back? Ni
tsitsikinyakata pisko.
Okay.
Ni tsitsikinyakata pisko.
Yeah, tsitsikinyakata pisko.
Ni no. Kimo Ninaki Samanio. Did you get? Ni tsitsikinyo haksikimi. Ni tsitsikinyo haksikimi. Moses Lake. Ke 60 kata pisko. 60 haksikimi. 60 kata pisko. 60 haksikimi.
60 haksikimi.
I think that's close enough.
Okay, how many of you knew any of these three terms could be used for Moses Lake? Okay, we've got a couple over here, but that's a new word. Those are new words for all of us to learn. Like I said, like Tony said, we will record these and present them at the next session. We have 3 people with mics out there, one on this side, one in the middle, and one on this side with Shane, Scooter, and Denise in the center. So just raise your hands. Is there another term that somebody would like to have translated to Blackfoot?
Okay, nistoa goka startisteyaki. I'm working with the Indigenous Early Learning Childcare file for Alberta, and we just started our Blackfoot Confederacy organization. And this year, we're having one of the first things that we wanted to work on was the trauma and harassment in the workplace. And so we're hosting a workshop towards the end of November. And we wanted to include some Blackfoot words. Like I know in the last years, you've got trauma. There's several words there, but I haven't found the word for harassment. So if there's a word for harassment.
Harassment. Aitsi'poyiiksi. Well, somebody's got to take a try at it. Opuapsi. Eneshkasi. Harassment. Opueshkasi. Oh, yeah. Aksta hututsi da biob estikanshkas. Estikans. Gig. We'll get a mic. It's kind of hard to concentrate. Pauline has a word here for harassment. Could you give her a mic right here?
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Aitsi'poyiiksi. Okay, we got one on this side.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Say it.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Right there.
Hello? Ohkaamaasi.
Ohkaamaasi. Ohkaamaasi. Miksei?
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
An.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Okay. We had another one here for Aitsi'poyiiksi. Any other words for harassment? Okay, so do we have enough words for that one? Harassment? Patty, do you think you could get something out of this? Just ask an elder for further clarification. All right. Okay, another word that you want? We've got one. Could you give a mic to Geka? Geka, na keksneit sapi poyan.
Bothering them. Like when you're harassing somebody, you're bothering them.
So tagan sti sitä pian stop.
Huh?
Tagan sti sitä pian stop patsiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Okay, I think we've got that. Yeah, we've got that there. Thank you.
This year I'm working with 5-year-olds and the preschool at Opagasin. Every Wednesday we go down to the river bottom battleground to Fort Whoopop, and they've coined the term forest school, but so I started saying Madok school, but then we want more, we don't want forest school, we want learning in the forest or nature, learning from nature or something like that. So we're kind of looking for maybe a new term or something to add on to Madok school.
But that's a very good one. We did nature, so I wonder if we can build upon that. What was the words that we used for nature? Sekayanyo. Kitsitsabi tuani esknimatsi amokski next simix kiumi databik sapipia wumi tumkak Indian battle.
Detta piksi sapipia omi I tot ohkuma. When they shot at us, it now I lost it. anyways, they take the children down to the battle park, and that's what she's trying to find a name for the nature or.
And all of that. So he'll bring his, he dries food and all that. He'll bring his dried food, and the students will find the plant that they get the food from. Yeah. So it's not like just going down to the battle park. We want something that's really comprehensive that will, the knowledge is being transferred to them from, everything in the forest and William Singer's knowledge. Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Part of it would be like Aitsi'poyiiksi the matsaya. And what was the word for nature? Aitsi'poyiiksi the matsaya. Well, to begin with, we could start putting add into this, like where there Aitsi'poyiiksi the matsaya Kimui mainstaiseskipi Käämskohteipuispis mäännistäskiissi tappe Aitsi'poyiiksi the matsaya. But I can't think of a word to comprehend that together.
I know there's some people here who, or a lot of you, that were here in June when we had the symposium. A lot of you said that we should not try to translate the word directly to fit our language. We have to, it's more of a interpretation as opposed to a straight translation. So aksne iksimstatu mi naan Aitsi'poyiiksi kima Harriet itan awaniu aksna puhtu itaskinima Aitsi'poyiiksi the matsai matsitaskinima so Aitsi'poyiiksi the matsai.
Hasa nohannistotistapi tispen khamma manistsopokti sakatorpi kiskohtsik kaarsennuniksikto tukakia manistanispia kitauxsiminno kistunnunannume kitauxsiminno nokinita pakka jaksta khuttisitapiopa tsikhaamukka ni porsen istautakakyo kitauxsiminno. That's a very humble suggestion.
There's another one there. So I just want to get these. Just hang on. I just want to get these up there. Let's use this learning from the forest. Use that as or forest school. Yeah, you've got learning from the forest. Did you get Roy's, Chiefs? Anna.
Kitauxsinnoni, not kitauxsinnon.
Okay, iskuhtika ani nitaskani matu kikaarsinnunix. Esukanya nitsitapiukaksin. That's teaching from nature and all our history.
Nitsitapiukaksin. Nitsitapiukaksin.
Nitapiitsitapiskinimaatstoksin. The real.
Nitapiitsitapiskinimaatstoksin. Nitsitapiukaksin. Get that one first. Nitsitapiukaksin. kaksin. I think that's a good one. There's another possibility here.
You know, we're learning about all things. Nature is about the, you know, living things. You know,
Kanatapyu-kaksin. Kanatapyu-kaksin. Kanatapyu. Yeah, Mary Ruth said nature is about all living things. So that's one of the. Okay, I think we have enough to give us a good idea on that. All right. Just hang on, there's another.
I'm going to interpret for our Hutterite elder over here.
Okay. Utaksistoyomkina. Kan.
Saamistinimaatsiksin.
Sagatsistaanisto.
Saamistinimaatsiksin.
Saamiskinimaatstoksin.
So to interpret that, where they go gather plants,
Yes.
their herbs and medicines, that's where they go. They go down. That's where they pick them.
Okay, good. Saamiskinimaatstoksin. Yeah. Okay, any more interpretations? Is this okay, just hang on. We will make sure we're finished with this one. No more ideas. I don't want to neglect this side. You're just as good looking as that side, so. Okay, we got another word here from Lenora.
I was just thinking about yesterday's topic about the, what is it? The Kainai Family Preservation Code. How would you say preservation code in Blackfoot?
Family Preservation Code. So on ham nishkay na Kirby ishti Aitsi'poyiiksi na Welton matun. That's what they're working on right now. Kesta tu miamakhanitsita pichtu samus ishtapoitsi pismuksis machtesukapis. So again, that's why we want to find out family preservation. Nidagan istukutsi mahumaniste sukapis miksi ishpapiimmutsiks. Maapukuttan. Dagan to explain it. I got my message across. I think the key words in this is family preservation, like you said. We want to keep families strong. We want to keep the children in the home. We want to teach them all the good things about the Blackfoot lifestyle, that kind of thing. Dolly, could you get a mic over here? Huh? Huh? Chanistapi.
I guess I'm thinking about, and Kirby will know this, at Ghana Children's Services Corporation, they were looking for a name for their corporation. And a group of us elders, we discussed it, and we came up with a word that we use every day when we pray, because we manifest that. And that word is stawatsimani. Now, that will interpret keeping our way of life in family preservation. So stawatsimani, it means so many things, that we raise our children in a good way.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sokapi.
Stawatsimani.
Stawatsimani.
So, Dolly, give us a little bit more. Does that take in family preservation, keeping the family strong? Is that implied in Stawatsimani?
About it is because and I think our meaning, our intentions of saying that is so that we raise our children in a good way.
Yeah.
And that is our culture. That is our way of life. And we want to preserve that. We want to keep that in today's mainstream society, of how with all of society, in our own way, we are unique in our culture. We want to maintain that. We want to hang on to that. We want to preserve that stawatsimani.
Okay. See, my understanding of Stawatsimani is child rearing. It's specific to how we raise children. So that's what I'm trying. We're going to have to, Kirby and his group will have to mull over these terms and these words that we're using, and they'll have to make that selection of what best fits for that.
Then again, you're translating stawatsimani, but when we interpret in our way, this is our way of thinking stawatsimani. When we say that,
but it's very specific to child rearing. If you take that word, but in and of itself refers to child rearing, how do we inject family preservation in there?
We could say stawatsimani.
Again, that makes more sense. Yeah. We got another one over here. You guys with the mics, keep your eyes open. Maybe you should stand up here so you can see who's, yeah.
Maaksikohsen.
That's another one. Maaksikohseni. Mapukau ayaksikoatau.
Maaksikohsen.
Maaksikoatakseni. Yes, maaksikoatakseni. Yeah, because mapuka
Maaksikohsen.
Maaksikohsen.
Maaksikohsen. Annahtiksi.
Ayaksikoatei koko sinnuaneksi. Maaksikohsen.
I think we got it now. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Ross. All right. So, Lenora, you will take these back to Kirby and his group. I think he mentioned they were going to sponsor their own language, so we can bring these ideas to them when they have a forum. There's another hand up here. Right here.
Okay, kita wanistok po January. But cheko sinan. Aka cheko wata mapuka wa kenya akanyo. Aka cheko wata mapuka ima kishichimani sito sa kay nakshi mi mapuka mi kita ni puka mawa kita saka kima kena kita cheko wata. Kita change kata waktu kita tama kita pio aki capek stoi me pokoi aki cica toi me cia cikuat. Penan nista panis sinamo. Understood. Yun na kakacho. Ayaw, Rosemary, is pumukin. Munin stadaks
Okay, okay. I think that.
No, you got it right. There's no other word beside the me machikuat shimapo. Akachikuat. Anya akachikuat mapukawa yachikuat.
Okay, Sinead Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Okay, maybe just going back to what you're saying, preservation. What we're really trying to say here, preservation of, if we say what already has been suggested, if we say, ako manistayin ni tästä watsimoppi. Tsahto, ako manistayin ni täjäksi kuvatoppi.
Okay, good, good. Oh, Rita?
Wan sunod tapi si kuku sinonik si Aitsi'poyiiksi. That's just reading.
So that's another term, Aitsi'poyiiksi. That could be used in explaining the Chow family preservation. Chow. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Koko sinoniksi Aitsi'poyiiksi. Anekitawa. Koko sinoniksi Aitsi'poyiiksi. You know, all these terms, they can be used in that whole program in some way, like all these that you're hearing. Yeah, but you take all these words with you when you go back, because that's what they were looking for. As many in that program. So take all these with you.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're done with this one. There's a lot of good ideas. Okay, we've got another new word here for translation. Raise your hand so they can see you when you want to talk. Just.
Okay, my English name is Trish Brewsted, and I work with Red Crow College. I often get the question from my students who attend University of Lethbridge, because there's a term that's often used at university, two-eyed seeing. That's what we don't know, or I don't know. Two-eyed seeing. Yeah, because they're learning the Western world education, as well as getting our traditional ways incorporated. So they wanted the term two-eyed seeing.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. You're going to see both at them. How can I put it in that context? Aitsi'poyiiksi, something like you saw both things, two things awayaksini piao. Katatu anihe an expression I'll just Aitsi'poyiiksi. Somebody speaking two languages, or the awa is a two, like the number two. Come if we're using it in a word context like you're talking about. Awayaksini piao. Awa. The awa is the two. So if somebody wants to add to that.
Okay, there's another hand up there. If you could add to that, that would be good.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Ah,
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
tuaitsi.
Any other suggestions for two eyes seeing? What we've got is very good up there. Aitsi'poyiiksi. That might be. Yeah. You can build around those terms. Yeah. Okay. Any other words that you had one? Okay.
Okay. Me shenakshini nukanista pochistapi chipi. I'm more Harriet Dawani. There's two words for some our cheap for what do now cheap for so. Nistua ni takan nisto pami shenakshini akistoinish. That's just one word, not two words. Akistoinish. How can you tell?
Did you get that? Akistoinish. Akistoinish. Akistoinish.
In our languages, we use our hands, hand gesture.
Oh, okay. They were just giving me a lesson on how sign language and our Blackfoot language go together. So Aitsi'poyiiksi. There's a word there.
Ki amui utawan piawa two aitsi. Mapi patan stusa because akanyupa estukas. That means he's hesitating or debating whether to go or not. Estukas.
Estukas.
Madakanyup two aitsi, and it's a different meaning, hesitating or debating. Kanina estukas makita po si Mohkinstis or something like that.
He's debating.
Debating. Mada kanyup two aitsi, na kanyup debating.
Oh, but I think what she was saying was at the university they're teaching them the regular napis knimats tuksini. And then nuhka iksika kimato piti tukuttumata piti napiksi ni titapi ipetapi sisknimats tuksini. So kenya ian awayake eistamatsayao muisti iskni moini titapi kimoinapi. So there's two that they're teaching them. And I guess it's got Aitsi'poyiiksi kanistomia, two I see in. So I think that there's these two things, and they're seeing. You need to see them with your. It's not hesitating. It's awayake ni miawe. You're teaching these two, and you want them to see that too, that there's two different things that they're teaching at the moment. So, and so it's a definite, the two are definitely there. So, and that's why like dokitskinoa pukskiaki otawanisini tsatake kita awani na Martha. Awayake nim. So awayake ni miawa.
Awayake ni miawa. Okay, over here we need we need a mic here.
I wanted to ask how nitawanyo pa ankle. Thank you.
My table wants to know racism.
What's that?
Okay.
Hello. Nisto mo utska pinaki. I'm Lenora Many Fingers. I work with Blood Tribe Communications. The RTI students, they had shown us their calendar. But I know the last, this is kind of like, this is a perfect example of this new, this two-eyed seeing. The last Blackfoot Symposium, we had Peter Weasel Moccasin get up, and he was talking about the moons. There's different moons and the days. I can't remember everything. So that kind of opened my eyes, and it reminded me of, okay, that was Gistunno on our calendar. This new calendar is the Napikwan calendar. So that's 2 eyes, 2 different calendars. Giniksi the Mayans, they had their own calendar. And it went up to I think it was 2000, and everybody was saying it was going to be the end of the world. But I'm thinking that Mayan guy that developed that calendar died and they couldn't go forward. That's what I'm thinking. But to me, those are the two worlds that we're dealing with now. So the majority of us know the 12 months, the Napikwan way. But Nixium Kitapix is Xinimia through the moon. How, and from what I learned, there's, I think, 13 or 14 different moons. Or some months have 2 moons. I don't know, but to me, it's kind of getting me confused now. So that's because I'm seeing it with the white man's way and with our way. So I think that's what the two-eyed seeing is kind of like, living in both worlds. Eh? Good.
Okay, thank you, Lenore. I have a request for one table. If we could find a Blackfoot word for racism. In the news, there's a lot of discussion around racial profiling. I'm racism. And then stapanis, about racism.
That's what I was thinking. Or when you're, well, even when we were growing up, even Indian to Indian. So is that that's discriminating or being racist with that? esikakistutua. Onan ma esikakitstihta or the one that's doing that enem ursio otitskim ursio like otitskripoi me other people. And that's food for thought. I mean, that's food for thought. So you can get tappi iskataksua.
So there's esikakristotua. So we're treating somebody different. And that implies that we're treating that someone lesser than you are. Esikakristotua. Okichistakki napikuaks. Okichistakki. Okichistakki. Denise, there's a
Omitemmai.
Omitemmai. Omitemmai. Okay, is that enough for racism to give you a good start on this? Okay, good. Oh, is there another interpretation?
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Good, yeah. Okay, I think that's a good start for racism. Okay, any other words that you would like translated either into Blackfoot or into English? Is there one there? Okay.
Arnold. This lady over here was asking the word for ankle.
Ankle. Taganistan stopa ankle. Amoy.
Well, when you twist your ankle, like you don't mikinas or well. But anyways, that's to get you thinking. When you twist your ankle, nito mikinas.
But it's, yeah. Anybody know the word for ankle? Oh, there's one there. Okay, good.
Itahkoikinaksen. Itahkoikinaksen.
Nitahkoikinaksen. Is that real or are you making it up? Jokes.
See, I was right. That table is very smart. Yeah, we can't.
Itahkoikinaksen.
Itahkoikinaksen. Okay, there you go. All right here, Beverly.
kinakshp.
Sagatistan.
Otsitsikko kinakshp, that's where the leg goes skinny, and that's what I've heard for ankle. Otsitsikko kinakshp.
Sagatistan is still.
Otsitsikko kinakshp. Otsitsikko kinakshp.
Okay, good. Thank you, Sixkiak. Right, so we got word for ankle now. Good. Any other words that require some translation? Don't be shy. Ask that question you've never thought of asking. Just don't talk like Bruce yesterday.
So this past summer, the opioid response had a series of cafes, and one of them focused on what we refer to as the LGBTQ2S. It seems to get longer. But we just called the workshop, we just focused on the word two-spirit. So in the workshop, I was asked if there was a Blackfoot term that referred to our two-spirit or how to translate two-spirit, and I had no clue. I don't know if that's something that's been explored yet, but it's kind of very curious about that one.
Okay, gitsi ohtuawana kikuan. Nishke two-spirited people. So in blunt terms, that refers to gay and lesbian people. So think on that. I know there's a few words. Yeah, so if there's any, but let's try translating two-spirit. Something like otaki. Put the word two in front of otaki. Natsikapotaki. Natsikapotaki. Two-spirit. I'm referring to spirit as otaki. I don't know if that's correct, but yeah, that's not. Natsikapotaki. Some words you can provide a direct translation, but others require that interpretation. There's another term.
Hello. Nog eens gaan ik kom two-spirit man nina ni danska toch Kristuitaki.
Kristuitaki.
Kima kio. Another word, awowaki.
Awowaki.
That's the word.
Okay.
Kristuitaki and awowaki.
Awowaki. Kristuitaki. Okay, I know we got some thoughts on this.
Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Yeah, Aitsi'poyiiksi. 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 Okay, is that enough for two-spirited Starly? Does that give you some ideas to work with? And you can ask around for a fuller explanation, and maybe you could put those, combine them into. All right. Newton.
Okay. I was just going to ask you a question more. This book, I had this dream about a name, and I wanted to find out, how would you say spirit warrior?
Spirit warrior. There's a good one. Anybody want to take a crack at spirit warrior? Do you want to know more about warriors?
A warrior would be somebody Aitsi'poyiiksi. Hey, a warrior. I'm trying to think. Aitsi'poyiiksi. Oh, there's somebody over there that has an answer.
What I heard was Aitsi'poyiiksi. Somebody took pity on him because in the old days they used to go out and if they wanted to be successful in their war raids, they used to go Aitsi'poyiiksi. They go on I don't know how to say it in English, spirit quest. And akita niya Aitsi'poyiiksi. Somebody took pity on him. So that's somebody that has spirit power. Aitsi'poyiiksi. He's got spirit power to be successful on the war trail.
Ask first. Aitsi'poyiiksi. That's the word. We need a mic over here. Aitsi'poyiiksi now. Aitsi'poyiiksi now. Aitsi'poyiiksi now. Aitsi'poyiiksi now. Okay. And gives you some ideas? Okay, good. All right, let's see. You better put in your requests. We're going to close it down after one or two more words.
Aikinesu.
Aikinesu.
Spirit warrior. Aikinesu.
Aikinesu. Spirit warrior. Very good. Okay. Did I see a hand up here?
Aikinesu, that means he has a spirit helper. Aikinesu, he must have gone on a vision quest and Aitsi'poyiiksi. So Jesus kenskaista Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Thank you. Was there a hand up there for another word? No? No. All right. Nothing, no more words? Are there any more words? Is that it? That's it? No more questions? Okay, well, in the next few months, think about words or ideas or paragraphs, short paragraphs that we can start this interpretation versus straight translation. I think we get more ideas when we're trying to interpret what's being said. You can see from the choice of words that we had that leads us to some kind of decision or resolution on what would be the best word. Okay, well, thank you very much. We'll include some of these terms. We'll keep building on that, those words that were handed out to you with your packages. So thank you for your participation. I would like to make an announcement before we break and let the feather games set up. We wanted to acknowledge Aitsi'poyiiksi Mate sa nimmeiks, so tuja, so tutipuja. The list that I got. I know there's other people in here from those communities, but these were the names that we noticed the most on our registration. Rosaline Croshoe, could you guys stand up when I call your name, just so we could? So we've got from the Northern Pagan, Aitsi'poyiiksi. We have Rosalind Croshoe, Mary Ruth McDougall, Eva Bad Eagle, Aileen Bastine, Valerie Croshoe, and Shirley Croshoe. Just want to acknowledge your participation every year. We really appreciate the interest that you take. And from Harveen Little Chief, Verna Weasel Child, Colleen Sitting Eagle, and Delia Spring Chief. Delia Spring Chief. Thank you very much for taking an interest. Oh, okay. So, Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Understand I will, that yellow old woman. Aitsi'poyiiksi.
Aitsi'poyiiksi. Okay. All right, yeah. So I do apologize if we missed anybody on the list. So thank you very much. We'll move on. Are we doing door prizes? Okay, I'll get Ritzy and Vivian to come up and do this, please. Okay, well, I was given a list of names. Is there anybody from Southern Pagan here? I know there was a number that registered, but a couple of days before, they sent a message that they couldn't make it. I'm assuming it was due to the weather that we had. I think it's a little bit more severe there when we get bad weather. So Vivian and Ritzy, can you come up?
We have somebody from Aitsi'poyiiksi, but he's been over here for a little while. David Spotted Eagle, where are you, monster? Oh, he left. But we wanted to acknowledge him. On this side of the line, we call him Nana. And then we forgot to Wilma from Star School, Blackfoot, Aitsi'poyiiksi, Wilma Crow Chief.